that's very significant what you're telling us, Abhishek, that this is not just jumping to a conclusion that, oh yes, it is a terrorist attack, but precisely because there are indicators, and one of those indicators is a reference to the drone theory. Abhishek, I request you to please stay on with me, because remember, in a first of its kind attack in India, 2 low-intensity IEDs were dropped from a drone at the Indian Air Force base in Jammu, is a theory that is being explored. And however, Pakistan has, because been using these drones for supply of arms and ammunitions to terror networks in the neighboring state of Punjab and also in Jammu and Kashmir. Both India and Pakistan have often used drones for surveillance, but drone IED have been used specifically by the ISIS for many years now, especially in the Middle East, because because they are cheap, inexpensive, and also outfitted with ordnance. For example, the quadcopter drones has 4 high-torque motors that powers each of the 4 propellers which help it fly. A computer positioning system helps the drones maneuver, and the cameras track the drone by reflecting the light of its markers. A drone can flawlessly perform acrobatic movements. They can launch through tight spaces without error, without even getting noticed sometimes. That makes it more lethal. There is a battery-operated drone that have cameras and can be flown for a couple of miles at a time, and that can just cost a few thousand rupees. So clearly it is important to understand how is the drone theory coming into this low intensity blast in Jammu. Let me now give you a background of why there are previous instances suggesting that it might have well been a drone sent from Pakistan and that tried to attack and put forth some weapons. September 22, 2020. Weapons were delivered in drones at a village in the Akhnur sector. Akhnur is a region in the Jammu area, and therefore Jammu and Kashmir as a state facing that issue yet again. What was recovered according to forces? Carbines and 2 AK-47s, which means weapons can possibly be also dropped by a drone. After this, again in the same year, weapons that were delivered at a village in Akhnur sector, there were also 3 magazines which were recovered, and also a handgun. Now, the drone does look a small equipment, but it is possible, one, it can track movements and also drop weapons. Then again in September 18, 2020, terrorists received weapons via the drones, recovered 2 AK-47s, AK-45 and other weapons as well. So what basically happens is, if not detected from Pakistan to the near possible border areas, weapons can be dropped, and then also for surveillance the drones can be used. There were again the carbines that were recovered again in 2020, including handguns as well. Next, let's move on to another days. There was another instance when the drones were used. It was in June 20. BSF, the Border Security Force, shot down a spy drone in Hiranagar sector in Kothua in Jammu and Kashmir, again a border area with that of Pakistan in the Jammu region. And this time, not to drop weapons, but basically to spy and surveillance with the cameras, and one hexacopter which can track very easily and smoothly can be used on the areas. Also, a radio signal was received. So how did it get detected? Possibly was because of the radio signal intercepted by the Border Security Force. When the drone was recovered, there were 4 batteries and 7 grenades attached to it. This is why the drone theory is being explored, because carbines, batteries, cameras can be sent out either for surveillance or even to drop payload. There were also 2 magazines that can be used further, and then 60 ammunitions, according to the claims made by the agencies and the security forces. That's not all. In 2019, there were 8 drone sorties delivered arms into Punjab, the neighboring state, again borders with Pakistan. So there have been the drone equipments that have been used often to go across the border and create disturbances, deliver weapons as well. Weapons were dropped by drone in Tarn Taran in Punjab, very close to the Pakistan border. 5 M4 carbines were recovered. Again, these are forces that are informing and intercepting all these spies and drones. 15 magazines were also recovered with 4 handguns as weapons, including 9 grenades. These are then possibly with satellite phones. If accessed by suspected terror networks or overground workers, they then get it delivered to the groups. 2 mobiles, wireless sets. So all of this equipment usually sent, and 10 lakh cash rupees as well, and which is often in fact recovered when these encounters also take place. Then again in 2019, police recovered a crashed hexacopter drone from the Mahua village in Amritsar in Punjab. 1 hexacopter drone for spy and surveillance. And these are some of the previous instances that have clearly established that there are reasons for again the forces to suspect it was a drone attack. I want to go across again to Abhishek Bhalla. Abhishek, for the benefit of our viewers, it's important to understand that there have been previous instances, whether in Punjab, whether in Jammu and Kashmir. Could it be an immediate conclusion, a theory that people are jumping to, that it is an explosion, a terror attack? Or do you again say that there is primarily some reason to take it into consideration because we do not want a repeat of any other terror incident in the country?
Well, Pooja, speaking to several sources, one thing is very clear that, this is being viewed as some kind of a sinister plot that has been hatched to create trouble at the Air Force station in Jammu. There are enough telltale signs that suggest that, this is perhaps a terror attack. We don't want to be sounding alarming, but the prima facie evidence from the ground clearly is giving indications that perhaps this was some kind of an aerial attack. Now, whether it was an attack that went wrong or was it a trial run is something that we will not like to speculate. We will leave it for the investigators to draw their conclusions. But the initial assessment report that we have accessed clearly says that the fact that there is a big damage on a roof of a building is clear indication that this perhaps was a drone attack. Also, the fact that the explosions took place very close to the helicopter hangars once again gives an indication that the targets were in fact assets of the Indian Air Force. So these are very clear signs that this perhaps is some kind of a terror attack.
Thank you for putting it in perspective, Abhishek, and also for the viewers, if you want to know why are we not showing the damage if there is, because it is a national security issue. We do not want to play into the hands of the enemy lines, but we can confirm that there have been low intensity explosions and that all angles, including a drone attack, is being looked at. Abhishek Bhalla with all the details. Thank you very much, Abhishek.